किसी ने एसयूवी लिया तो मुझे एसयूवी वो भी एक्सेल एसआई वर्जन चाहिए. यू नो दैट इज हाउ पीपल थिंक. सो बिहेवियरल चेंज हैपेंस ड्यू टू द सोशल एस्पेक्ट. I want you to know about this incremental urbanism. What this leads is it generates demand in the population. Suddenly, when one parallel street people start saying, "Hey, you know what? Why is their street looking so good? Why don't I do something like this? Why is their house looking so nice?" Because that is what happened. घर बनाया तो I want a 3 मंजिले का. किसी ने SUV लिया तो मुझे SUV वो भी एक्सेल एसआई वर्जन चाहिए. दैट इज हाउ पीपल थिंक. सो बिहेवियरल चेंज हैपेंस ड्यू टू द सोशल एस्पेक्ट एंड you get real estate value, you connect with the neighborhood, you achieve all the ecological benefits that I'm pretty sure you are aware of, and suddenly it generates demand. People start demanding things from their own local ward कि हमें भी ये चाहिए. ऐसा क्यों है कि बाजू वाले पड़ोसी के पास ये है और मेरे पास नहीं है. And let me tell you, this effect rubs off on the municipality as well. This street is the most cleanest street in the last 7 years. There's not a single piece of plastic you will find here. So instead of going and there's no dustbin here. There's no dustbin I have yet installed or the municipality has installed. But people invest in places, even the government invest in places where they think, oh, rich people live, they are going to vote for us, they have some influence, whatever. Even the government workers will neglect some other street, but do their best to improve this street. So it has all these compounding layers, network effects, I should say. Over here, what we are also doing, so this is my house, we are even building benches, and the benches are actually crescent shaped so that they capture the rainwater runoff in the water go into the storm drain or the Vimal packets or the eroded topsoil. So we create these bioswale benches, and we have created a lot of things. So this is how the street used to be when I was young. This is me when I was young. This is how the street used to be. This is when I began. This is the same street which I just left in the street. This is right outside my house. This is how it was. And this is what I'm trying to say. No matter who you are, you could be engineer, architect, doctor. This is in your power, and nobody else. You cannot count on some big name architect to come and fix your streets are there in those 4,300 cities. So this is what it was back in the day, and this is how we began. This is literally the first tree I was planting, and I literally felt the neighbors will call the police. I was 23, fresh out of college, and I was afraid that the neighbors would call the police, because we have been grown with this mentality that we have to ask the government for anything, and the government is the most capable. We think that the government is the most capable, but this whole world, everything that you see in this world around you was, to put it humbly, built by people not that much, maybe little smarter, but not that much smarter than you and I. Everything in the world. If you can build your house, you can build a bench or a footpath or a cycle track. So this is us then making, I mean, we try to do all the things. It's not just plantation in some ground outside the city where nobody is going to come. We do it where people, it has so many network effects. Once you graduate out of college, you suddenly, when you enter office, you suddenly feel a lack of friends because they move cities, some go foreign or whatever, people get busy. And this is a way that I have been able to again make a lot of friends from all age groups and all diverse backgrounds in my hometown, and be able to conduct workshops, and it's a blast. We have Bluetooth speaker music, we have a picnic, it's just a fun weekend, it's not even it doesn't even feel like a huge task that you are doing. You are having fun basically. This is sitting in Pune, I can teach through Zoom by drawing on the screen share. I actually teach people that, hey, all these circles are actually spaces you can plant trees. It may look full, but it's actually the whole world is your roti ka whatever dough. It's your playground. You can actually grow vines on the bus stop. You can put a tree at the edge of the footpath and road. You can put a shrub. And this is how I teach people that, hey, even in the most packed places, so much more can happen in a way that the parking or the balcony view or the pedestrian experience is not at all affected. And there's a pattern to it. Mostly you can see it's the corners of the gate. That is one pattern. Then there's the corners of the house. That is another pattern. Another pattern is just the first row of paver blocks next to the compound wall. Another pattern is obviously road, the interface between the road and the footpath. So it's just a problem. And I actually try to show how the water flows when it rains. You can see the gravitational height difference. You can actually just by looking at it, you can tell it's all common sense how the water is going to flow. You know where the stormwater drain is, so that's the ending point. So you just know that, okay, rooftop se pani aane wala hai, so rooftop courtyard, then it's going to start flowing towards the storm drain, and center divider is always elevated than the sides of the roads. Usually this is how water flows. And then if you make perforations, some water is going to go in. But now if you put a plant, the plant has roots, so the water will percolate deeper. But now next to the plant, if you put these just one brick layer or two brick layer, not even a full bench, we make these raised benches which completely cut off the water from the tree. But if you make crescent shaped benches, it is going to trap topsoil, it's going to trap rainfall runoff, and what you have to slow down the water so that it percolates. Flowing water cannot percolate into the ground. So this thing compounds. Each spell of rainfall over 4 months, over each year, it compounds, and suddenly you can harvest 1 million liters of water. I'm not kidding, 1 million liters of water. Here again, I'm showing that there is co-plantation. We co-plant a vine with a tree or a shrub with a tree. In the shade of a giant tree, a baramasi or a jasmine can grow. And we see, this is how we identify dead space. Now behind the bench, nobody is going to ever walk there. Nobody is ever going to park there. It's just a dead, wasted area. So why not put it to some good use? Paint the wall, put some plant. Automatically urination reduces. Suddenly street vendors start showing up. Pani puri walas show up. Pav bhaji walas show up. Ice cream walas show up. And when they show up, suddenly women start hanging out on the street. Children start hanging out on the street. Suddenly the speed of traffic slows down because people are looking on the side, hey, what is there? It looks interesting. So the speed on the street becomes safer. So there are literally, the solution to all your problems is go and fix your street. It is going to be sociologically sustainable. Perhaps the only way to do it. The only way anybody is going to fix your street is in a sociologically, financially, and environmental. Khadi urbanism is all about. This is all the things we do, and each of those things are built out of completely either upcycled materials or materials that are completely modular and made out of simple hand-based tools like scissor, saw, M-seal, wire, plier, things like that. Nothing is factory made and everything is labor intensive. India's greatest strength is its human resource, and there is plenty of unemployment, especially with artificial intelligence right now, because we are pursuing supply side capital intensive ways of making cities. Kartavya Path. I call my street Adhikar Path for a reason, because what I see happening is Dholeras and Gifts and Amravatis and Lavasas and Kartavya Path and Coastal Road and whatever. But none of that is going to come fix your street. So this is all that we do. Seesaws. And they are better, not just because they are jugadu or handmade, and the cost of this is just 1500 rupees. People in this talk are earning 20 lakh, 30 lakh, 10 lakh per annum, whatever. Today, you can just fund your whole neighborhood. Building a bench is 2,500 rupees. Building a seesaw is 1,500 rupees. It's no big deal. This is just PVC pipes or bamboo sticks. And the mechanism is so simple. So we do seesaws. We paint shop shutters in an ecological way, and we paint shop shutters in a way that it reflects their business. So this is a Naika Dukan, barber shop. So we are painting scissors and mirrors and all those things. And this is how it looks toward the end. So suddenly, because the street looks better, The ice cream wala or pani puri wala can charge 25 rupees instead of 15 rupees for his pani puri. And that is how the economy also grows. The local tourism, the hyper local economy grows. This is a completely abandoned bus stop that we painted. Yahan bus rukti nahi hai, but we just made it a place to sit. And elderly people in the neighborhood helped us paint it. So all of these things are meant, again, it's the Charkha philosophy. Sabka haath lagna chahiye. Sabka haath lagna chahiye. The city should not be built by one urban design team, master's degree holders. This is how a central divider can look like. And it reflects the culture of the place. The tribal people who are migrating to cities and becoming construction workers, labor chowk pe jo, bhooke pet jate hai, and you saw the crisis of the migrants during COVID pandemic. You can have a national urban employment guarantee act that can put people to use retrofitting urban streets like this. Paint, plant, play. This is how the water logging looks like. So that is why you should put the perforations, plants, and the crescent shaped brick to halt the water. And this is like, I'll just take you through the photos. Everything is modular. So if something breaks, I just have to fix that one modular part. The whole thing doesn't have to be replaced. हमारे cement and सरिया के benches होते हैं, they break down like anything. उस पे corporator का नाम होता है. They are not even kept under trees. They are made of glazed ceramic and kept under 48 degrees Celsius heat. We make brick benches on spot. So each brick bench looks unique. We paint it in a unique manner. And again, this is the just next to my house, how the neighborhood looks like. It's like an oasis in a desert. This is completely handmade, made of ordinary waste material. Wire hai, PVC board hai. All of it can be done by 8 standard kids, 7 standard kids. This is a tic-tac-toe game outside my house. This is how we compost leaves and educate people through signboards. We paint the poles rather than just dull, boring gray. We paint it golden and red. It just brings that. This is how that white Gujarati soil is now black forest, Kerala soil, jahan mushrooms grow naturally. We use the tree cages as leaf compost so that people don't burn them. Every morning for the past 25 years, they are burning it. We have put a tire swing right outside my house. And you can see how beautiful it looks. Amaltas, bougainville, basketball, bench. Still there's a footpath and there's a tire swing. Now urbanism than many of you possibly. Because while doing it, it's a learning thing for him. He knows where to plant trees, what to plant, how to water them, how to dig, all those things. We educate people about the biodiversity, about the missing species such as a female sparrow. This is a street nursery. तो दूध के पैकेट में हम मेरे गार्डन के जो बारिश में जो भी सीड्स उगते हैं, we just grow them. How we harvest the water and ensure that it doesn't flood the street and it reaches the tree trunk, and at the same time it achieves all the things. This is a passive leaf composter. It gives root space to the trees. It is a street dog shelter. It is a tool storage area, etc., etc. And this is what Khadi urbanism is all about. That the benches can be like this, citizen-led, and better in every aspect. In terms of sustainability, better. In terms of aesthetics, better. In terms of safety, better. In terms of durability, better. What are municipalities, architects? We have women not just, visiting the street. It gives, when people see young women painting the street and building the benches with us. This is a friend of mine, lady architect. Suddenly it changes things in society as well. People start looking at the new generation in a different way. We are harvesting water which is coming upstream, blocking it before the storm rain, and letting it percolate into the soil. And yeah, this is just a taste of what all you can do. This is a under the flyover school, and it builds community, it makes friends, and you can take telephone boxes and paint them. Tic-tac-toe, again street nursery. This is a compost bin. This is like a neki ki diwar. You can donate your toys and whatever footwear so that other people can take it. This is actually a way to pin up advertisements and all those things in an organized manner, not just kahin pe bhi circus ka ad ya apartment ka ad. in an organized manner, you can have a public notice board and pin up things according to lost and found, employment, lots and lots of things, first aid kit, and lastly, this is just Trishant helping us last year on World Environment Day. Tell me how many public water taps exist? सब बिस्लरी पानी पीते हैं क्या? So this is actually how you can think of it, ecological aspects as well as urbanism aspects. So this is a public water tap, urbanism, right? Where does the wastewater go? So what we are showing here is the wastewater of the public tap goes into a little container which the dogs and the cows and the goats and whatever animal is on the street can drink, and uska overflow goes to the plant. So the world, you have to start looking at the world as something you can modify. And sometimes inspiration can just be anywhere. This is just next to my house, it's an ashram, but they have a better sense of urbanism than a lot of the experts. Where is the drain water going? It's going to the cows and the dogs. It's not just getting wasted.
Express on behalf of not just Vishwa, but every citizen in our country and the world, for one so young, to see something around you that is not functioning, to question it. And not only to question, but to come out with solutions by yourself. And not just come out with solutions, but coming out with a catalog of ideas on how things can be done, how trash can be handled, how compost pits can be done, how games can be put at low cost, how donations of slippers or toys can be given, how water can be done. Your thinking process is so inspiring.
Thank you.
I must thank both Trishant and you, Suhrud, for coming out with such a lovely talk.